guys, it's Anthony. Welcome back to the channel, and it's my goal to provide you with the best car sales training videos around. And we're going to go back to another segment today of Ask Anthony, where real salespeople inbox me, most of which I've trained and coached in this industry and continue to do so. They inbox me questions that they feel will be valuable for me to just read live on air. This isn't scripted. I've never read these before, and I think it makes for a nice foundation for organic conversation. So let's go to the inbox. Another episode of Ask Anthony. This is from Jeremy, one of my young wolves in the dealership. Jeremy has a few questions here. We're going to start with the first one. Jeremy asks, what motivates you to sell? Find your motive. So what motivates me to sell? Well, if I go back in time in the beginning of my car sales career, it was something that I was trying out almost because I really didn't know what else to do. Now, if I could preface it by saying my dad is a sales manager in the automotive industry. He got in the business back in '98 as a salesperson, and through the years, he always told me that I would do really well selling cars. That was kind of his thing with me. He would tell me I would do great at things, but he never actually forced me to have to do anything or kind of pushed me and said, you should do this. But he always said I'd be really good at it. So, I was 23 years old, didn't really know what I was going to do, and it was interesting how it happened through one person that met another person, through one business venture that I did into another business venture. It kind of all connected, and it led me to start selling cars. So in the beginning, I didn't know if I could do it. I mean, the first day, I remember sitting in the gas station parking lot, staring at the dealership saying, I don't want to go in here. I just don't want to do this. I was nervous. All of the sales managers at my first dealership, I knew my whole life through my dad. Now, he wasn't working there at the time, but there was still a lot of pressure and expectation. So a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations. I knew I couldn't fail. I go in day one, I leave after day one, and I say to myself, wow, I've never felt more incompetent. I've never known less about what I was doing. Even if I started T-ball, I knew how to swing a bat. When I started school, I knew how to read and write to a certain level at a really young age, but car sales, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about cars. I don't know anything about selling. I don't know anything about the dealership's processes. I don't know anything about the paperwork. I don't know how to negotiate. I don't know how to present numbers. I don't know how to close I don't know anything. And I remember saying to myself, I remember vividly where I was, like maybe my third or fourth day in the business. I was standing behind this like partition type thing. And I remember looking down and I was kind of staring into the abyss. And I said to myself, I can't wait to look back and say to myself, look how far you came. Look how far we've come. I figured it out. And it did happen, actually quicker than I expected. My first month, I sold 10 cars. My second month, 15 cars. My third month, 21 and a half cars. I split a deal with someone and I led the store in sales. And then before you knew it, my first year in the business, I was in the top 1% for all Nissan salesmen in the entire country. So it did happen very quickly. I wasn't good in the beginning. One of my weaknesses in the beginning was closing deals. And we're going to kind of go over philosophically why that was in future videos. So I was weak at closing deals. And then my first promotion in the business was as a floor manager who's paid to close deals. So it's ironic how that actually turned itself around through hard work and through just not quitting. But sales for me, why do I sell? Why do I love selling? I think at this point now, it's because I feel like I'm good at it. I feel like I've spent so much time doing it that I want to do more of it. It almost becomes, addictive. You just want to keep getting better. For the same reason an athlete who starts to breed results says to themselves, you know what? I want to keep playing this sport. They don't say to themselves, all right, well, I'm pretty good at this. Let me go try something else to see if I'm bad at that and maybe I can become good at that. Like they may want to be a multi-sport athlete, but what keeps them going in their current sport is because they breed results. So for me, I know that sales, if you could sell cars, you could sell anything. If you could sell cars, you could sell anything. Anytime you go for a job interview, if they see you're a car salesperson, you're going to get the job in most cases. If you could sell cars, you could sell anything. And I know that. And for me, car sales and training car sales and coaching and leading car sales people has been, at this point, the vehicle for me to eventually get to where I want to go. And my motive is to keep grinding and getting 1% better every single day. I'm never going to be perfect. And that's the great part, right? There's no pressure of having to be. But I do know that car sales can open up many doors for you, whether it's, your entrepreneurial spirit that it wants to take you to different places such as real estate or starting your own business, you can sell cars and make a great living and open a lot of doors for yourself. For me, my vision, 5-10 years from now, I could see myself, owning a big company that's a sales and business performance company where, we train dealerships all over the country. That's my goal. That's kind of what I'm working on now, as well as real estate and just, I'm an entrepreneur by nature, and my salesmanship and my ability to sell has opened doors for me. I know it works. I know that there's a lot of components to selling. In other videos, we're going to talk about it, but it really comes down to three. It's science, art, and math. And I know that similar to a Venn diagram, when you interlap and kind of mesh together the science, art, and math of selling, and you master all three components of that, it becomes easy for you. Yes, some days are harder than others. There's the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, but like we talk about in other videos, if you can manage your emotional intelligence, you never really get too low and you're able to kind of stay pretty steady. But for me, I love selling because, quite frankly, I'm good at it now. And who doesn't like to do things they're good at? I wasn't always good at it, but through hard work and efforts, I was able to become good at it. And if you're new to selling cars, you're new to selling in general, do yourself a favor. Lean in on your strengths. We talk about this in other videos. Lean in on what you're strong at. Don't worry about too much what you're bad at. And it's not that you're bad. You just don't have the experience maybe. You will get better. But whatever you're strong at, lean in on that. Use that to empower you and to help create momentum. And also reverse engineer back. Reflect on why you're good at those certain things. Whatever it is you're really good at, why you're good at that. And whatever steps you took maybe to become good at that, use those same steps to become better at some of the areas where you feel like you need improvement. Now, there is such a difference as talent and skill. Talent you're born with. Some things we just have God-given, and skills we acquire over, a period of time through hard work. And that's true. There may be some things you're just not naturally gifted at. I'm not naturally gifted at a lot of things. There's plenty of things I can't do well. Selling just happens to be one of them that I found that I could do well. So that's my motive. My motive is to continue to do something that empowers me, makes me feel fulfilled. And when I step into that dealership or I step into a sales environment, I feel like that's my arena. That's where I play my game. I treat myself like an athlete almost, a business athlete. Business and sales is my sport. Leadership is my sport. And, I ultimately feel fulfilled. And that's my goal every day, to do things that fulfill me. So sales, I lean in on it because I love it, because I feel like I'm really good at it, and because it fulfills me. Thanks, Jeremy, for the question. We'll see you guys soon. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.